Craving a decadent breakfast? Today on Bake Eat Review, we're making Hasselback vegan French toast. It's crispy, fluffy, and totally plant-based. Starting off this recipe, we will blend our ingredients to make the mixture. I will add my soy milk, tofu, sugar, black salt, and vanilla to the blender. The mixture of the dairy-free milk and silken tofu will give you that custardy texture to the French toast. The black salt is optional and gives it that eggy flavor. This is also a super easy recipe that you can prepare the night before. When this is served, the cuts in the French toast will allow the syrup to ooze into the crevices. I'm going to blend everything until it's all smooth and we'll set it aside for later. I've purchased this beautiful French baguette, and we're doing this loaf Hasselback style. I put the wooden spoon there to give me a guide and prevent me from slicing through. I'm going to pour this mix over the bread, and we're going to let it marinate for about an hour as a minimum, but you could do this overnight and have it ready the next morning. The other thing that I'm going to do is I will flip this halfway, because as you can see, it's not quite, it might soak up, but I want to make sure, so I'm going to flip it halfway through, letting it sit, and then it should soak throughout the entire thing. So I'm going to cover this up and put it in the fridge. Now let's make the maple butter sauce that will top the French toast. I will melt my butter in a pan and add my brown sugar. Next, we will add the maple syrup and cinnamon. I have the heat on medium-low because I simply want it to simmer. Once the brown sugar is dissolved in the syrup, we are done, and you can take it off the heat and set it aside. A few hours have passed and I'm ready to take the baguette out of the fridge and add it to my pan. But before I do that, I will butter the pan to prevent the French bread from sticking. This part is a bit of a messy job. You might not want to use your fingers, but I will move the loaf over and then ensure the cuts in the bread are open. Then later, when I add the maple butter sauce, it will not only cover the top, but get in between each of the cuts I've made in the bread. We need to cook it for 20 minutes at 350 degrees and then take it out of the oven. Drizzle it in maple butter sauce and then back into the oven to cook it for another 20 minutes. This is a wonderful dessert to have for breakfast. It's so easy to prepare. I like that the outside is crisp, and when you take a bite of this, you taste that custard-like texture. I really love this. I hope you will too. Let me know what you think in the comments below.